welcome to Paradice and Adrift in Aldhalor, our weekly actual play D&D show set in our homebrew world of Aradun. Our music is licensed through Musicbed.com, and we use Bardly to distribute it amongst ourselves and to you fine folks. And occasionally we use TabletopAudio or Syrinscape for Ambience. Shannon is not with us tonight. She is on vacation for her anniversary with her lovely husband. She'll be back next week. We hope that she's having a great time. So we're going to have our good friend, Michael, read the information about our partners tonight. Michael, take it away.
Thank you, Sean. Good evening, everyone. You have the pleasure of hearing me give the announcements tonight, as Sean said, because Shannon, for whatever reason, decided to explore the real world instead of the fictional one that Sean made up for us. So, let me talk to you today about our sponsors. First, we got Underground Oracle Publishing. Underground Oracle Publishing is a TTRPG publisher creating new worlds in the Cypher system and beyond. For as little as $3, you can become a member through their website and gain early access to their developing TTRPGs and each of the worlds that they create. In addition, also look up Eddie Yorke. Eddie Yorke is our character artist. He is an illustrator based in the UK who makes art for games and books. To visit his portfolio, get in contact with him, visit eyorke.com. Next is 1985 Games. 1985 Games creates affordable, accessible, high-quality accessories for D&D and other tabletop or role-playing RPGs. Sean uses their NPC cards. Hopefully we'll get the chance to see maybe one of them tonight, but who knows. You can use Paradice Prod for 10% off your entire order if you are interested in getting such delightful cards. Aside from that, all our VODs, I believe, are on YouTube. Is that correct, Sean?
No, Shannon and I were not able to meet before she went on vacation, so there is a bit of a backlog, but it is mostly up to date.
Just another reason why Shannon sucks, right?
Oh! I'm going to tell her you said that.
Oh, she's going to be watching this, so this is for you, Shannon. Stop turning your back on your friends for your husband, of all people. Like,
I know, right?
Who does that?
Family. Ugh.
Family, yeah.
Lovely vacations. Ugh.
This is the real family.
No need for the meat space.
Yeah, none of that. But you can also join us at Paradice on Bluesky, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Discord, Instagram, and TikTok.
Yeah, all the places.
Sean, you have to check for audio.
It's working.
Is it working? Are you sure?
Yeah, I actually did check it.
Well,
make sure
also
that we didn't waste your lovely voice.
All right. Good to see that we know what we're doing. And if you're interested in sponsoring an episode or two of Adrift and Aldhalor, you can shoot us an email at paradicerpg@gmail.com. Yeah. And we also have some upcoming programming on Paradice Productions. You have Advantage in Paradise Mondays, which is going on right now.
This information's outdated. Don't read it.
I'm going to keep on going.
No, I'm muting you. I'm muting you. I'm muting you. That'll be part of me and Shannon's meeting to update the VODs, is discussing possible other programming.
Fine. In addition to Advantage in Paradise on Mondays at 6:30 p.m., we have Lying with Michael at 7:44 p.m. on Mondays, where I will be...
There you go.
Absolutely just throwing out literal verbal garbage.
We should do that. We should randomly pick a day where Mike gets to do the announcements, but he has to make everything up. A little dangerous, that.
Well, I think you got to do that, but then you got to do the real announcements afterwards, like April Fools, you know?
Perhaps we'll do that in April. Let's, why don't we switch gears to our recap? You know what? This is... Last we left off on Adrift in Aldhalor, Our heroes have some time to relax, and though they struggle to do so, they start to get a hang of it on this new day. Particularly, Saskia and Jacquette spent a little shopping day as well as a spa day, where Jacquette was able to get everything for mostly free, with trading off his influence and performances. But most consequentially, not that Saskia's new haircut is not consequential, is that Jacquette secured some oil of sharpness from the Tholdus Wheatflow, the magical item dealer. The party comes back together later that evening for dinner on Jacquette's coin at the Salty Night Lodge, the most well-known tavern for its food in Hyven. Here they enjoy some lovely food, but the mood gets a little bit dour when Septimus confesses some of the emotions he's struggling with right now, based on the will of Machina and its influence on him, and whether or not he feels confident that he's making choices for himself or for this entity that he has become somewhat disillusioned from. Fyrn reaffirms that he will keep his promise to Septimus that if Machina ever leads him astray, that he will ensure with whatever abilities he has that it does not happen, or that Septimus does not become something he does not want to be. And the party joins Saskia and Jacquette in promising to one another that they will be more open and trusting in discussing the issues that they're struggling with. Saskia even mentions to Septimus that she knows she needs to regain his trust, in which he responds that there's nobody he trusts more in the world than this group. Specifically Jacquette. No. The conversation drifts to Septimus mentioning that he is meeting with Professor Firma later that night to discuss his theories on the degradation of alma based on augmentation with Machina. Fyrn offers to go to support Septimus in this endeavor, and the party decides all to go with him in order to kind of affirm their oath to each other that they will do things together and trust each other more. So, Jacquette dodges the bill by offering a performance to the tavern, and also suggests that the party, in the spirit again of doing things together, is the opening act for Fyrn's fight night with Ionico, where the party will fight the fighters of Ionico, and then the big head-to-head match between Fyrn and Ionico. So you head to the academy, to the College of Naturalism. You see that they have their own private libraries with more contemporary texts and studies that are more esoteric and groundbreaking than some of the ancient tomes in the Seamless Archive. Once you get to Firma's classroom, you begin discussing his experiment. Now, his experiment would require certain things. It would require Septimus's alma, his soul, to be separated from his body, which would necessitate that his life be extinguished temporarily, while the soul is captured for study temporarily, and then through the services of a cleric, brought back into Septimus's body. Coralius Firma admits that this is a risky experiment and would understand if Septimus did not want to take part in it. But he also admits that this is brand new research. This is something that has not been done, or at least not been recorded to have been done, or done in the name of study. Certainly separating the soul from the body has been done for more nefarious purposes by mages in the past, but not for the purposes of studying the soul necessarily. Which answers some of the ontological questions coming from the party about how do you actually study, how do you actually measure a soul. This is very much so in an observation stage of the experiment. Septimus agrees. The party also agrees to join him to help ensure his safety. Saskia offers to be some sort of material anchor for Septimus's soul to help keep it from moving on, to help Firma's experiment last longer. And as they finish up, Firma suggests that they maybe stop by Sigel's office, since they were asking a bit about him. When you find Sigel, you find him quite unwell after his endeavor in the bay, attacking the Kiranese dreadnought. He admits that using his powers to the full extent, his powers as an ordning will, ordning spirit of the elements, significantly taxes his current material form, because his ordning wills have been fractured when he arrived in the material plane, and that he is working to identify the location of these fractures for the party to recover for him. He identified the first one being in a small island chain off of the southern coast known as the Three Giants. He doesn't know much about what is actually at the island, but he said it is unmistakable that there is part of his essence, his fractured will, in these islands. In that when they are ready, they should stop by with him once more so that he can, before they leave to go investigate these islands. He also says he will offer his assistance where possible, in which mechanically the party now have their one Sigil action per 7 days on its cooldown, which is essentially an old school 5e wish spell.
Or divine intervention.
I meant divine intervention. Thank you for that, because I definitely am not giving you guys a wish spell. The party pontificates on who could be behind the essence at the Three Giants. We know that there's a rumor that the De Leon brothers are there. They consider maybe Sypogen might have an interest. They begin to think about who on the material plane would have an interest in acquiring Sigel's essence, taking up his proverbial seat as the ordning will of the elements. Sigil also pontificates on the elements themselves. He doesn't like the name Pandemonium that the mortals have given to his realm. He says mortals don't seem to truly understand chaos or order in the cosmic structures, and even suggests that he believes Alma might actually be an elemental force that is beyond or part of the earth, wind, fire, and water elements that we all know. But the party depart to go find some rest in their respective beds, and this is where we left off. So, Iron and Mana, if there's nothing else that you want to do on this fine evening, you can go and rest and start the next day. As we approach even closer to the new year, it now being the 23rd of the Shining Shadow. So, the next day comes. Let's check in on the forecast for this day. To see what kind of weather we're dealing with. Let's bring up the old radar. Come on.
Just match it to what we experience. It's 102 odons. Scattered thunderstorms.
Yeah, minor flood warnings.
Okay. It's a much like it is here, a gentle breeze with a little bit of rain. It seems like there was a pretty heavy storm that happened in the morning as you were waking up. Perhaps even something that is a nice way to wake up to the sound of rain. But it calms down by the early morning to just a consistent drizzle outside, with some dark clouds in the sky, highs of 55 odons, with lows of 46 odons, with a light breeze throughout the day. So a little dour, but comfortable. But you can wake up, you can reconvene. Firma said he would have the experiment ready later in the day. and to just let him know when you're ready for his experiment. But is there anything that the party wants to do in preparation for this experiment?
I'd say not for the day. At least me personally.
Yeah, I think Fyrn has a few unrelated things that, just need to get done, but like other than that, he'll be ready to join in on the experiment.
Okay. Jacquet, anything you want to do, or shall we fast forward to the experiment? I think you're muted.
Nope. All set.
All right. So the day goes by, another day of relaxing, perhaps a little bit of anxiety, Septimus, for the experiment later in the evening, until you would receive a message from Firma that the experiment is ready, and you can head over whenever you are ready. So I'd say it's late afternoon, approaching the early evening when you head over to the facilities. The rain has ceased, but the overcast is still above. It is still quite a beautiful night. The light of the sun as it sets in the horizon is mingling into the clouds, giving a nice splash of orange with the otherwise purple and indigo sky as you walk the streets.
So, as we're walking towards the academy, Jacquet, just kind of nonchalantly doing his little saunter thing, turns to look at Septimus and goes, "So, what is it exactly you hope to gain from this?"
More of an understanding of where my soul plays in this part.
That matters?
To me, I need to know if I'm still acting on my own volition. And I'm willing to try anything to understand it.
Okay, that's fair.
I know it's dangerous. I know the risks involved. I don't know. I just feel like something's changed.
I mean,
But
have you looked in a mirror, Septimus?
He smirks a little. He's like, aside from the physical form, but it's more than that. And it's the theory that Firma believed in, is that the decomposition of one's material or physical form is a subsequent degradation of oneself. And I can't tell anymore whether or not it's our experiences that we've had that have changed me, or what I've done to myself that's changed me. If that makes sense at all.
No, it does. I don't know. Maybe I've just always had a sense of who I was. To question such a thing seems alien to me.
Well, I'm envious of that feeling. I once thought I knew who I was, too. And then again. And now, unsure of my place.
Well then, let's see if we can't solve that problem for you.
Okay. You rise the pathway up to the Admiralty Court, head inside, and head right for the academy. You head to Firma's office, which the door is open to. And as you step inside, he is already standing there waiting for you. The classroom has been cleared of the desks and chairs to open up the space. You can see there is a single table, much like a hospital bed, just a metal table for you to lay on, Septimus. That does have straps on it to bind your arms and legs, as well as some other materials there that he has gathered on another table to put on your persons. Next to the table itself is some kind of device that hangs from the ceiling that looks to be made of silver, and it is a cage of sorts. Complex in its nature. It's not like a cage you'd keep an animal in. It's more fluid in its movements. It's more like a spiral of bars, wide enough to be able to see inside of it. That does seem to have some arcane runes etched into it as it hangs from this chain. And it has a slight halo to it. It has a very faint glow. But Firma would look to you, Septimus, and he would nod to everyone else.
Does he have any like assistants or like students watching at all?
That's a great question. There are no students watching necessarily. There does seem to be a animated notebook that floats beside him that has a quill that is writing whenever he instructs it to. The only other person here, as you can see, seated in the corner of the room, is a cleric.
What kind of cleric?
That's what I am pulling up real quick. Oh, okay. I don't have it in a convenient place. You would see you actually would recognize this person. It is not a cleric of the Everflame or Ilyvania or an elemental cleric. It is the voice, the cleric of those beyond, those before, the cleric of the dead gods. And he would, of course, recognize you from when you rallied the temple court to support Jacquette in a potential election. He just gives you a stoic nod, understanding his purpose here, but keeping somewhat to himself.
I'll do the same back to him.
Everything is set for the experiment. The voice of those beyond, those before, is ready to resurrect you when necessary. He has his own curiosities about the experiment, and given his area of devotion, he is also somewhat unbiased about this sort of experimentation. It's not something that the Everflame or the Court of Ilyvania would find palatable, particularly the Circle of Ilivania, given their culture's history with resurrection. But, as I said, if you do not wish to continue at any point, please indicate so. Of course, there will be a point of no return when we initiate the extinguishing of your life.
No, I'm certain.
How will you go about killing him, by the way? Like, quickly, or...
For the purposes of Septimus's corporeal form, it would be best to use precise magic in order to preserve his body.
Do you have such a powerful spell that can kill him in that quick of a manner?
It might require 2 castings, but I do believe we will be able to sufficiently prepare him.
Why are you asking, Fyrn? Do you want to be the one to do it?
No, but if it would ease his suffering, I could.
I do believe
Having
your
killed
methods...
Septimus before, it's not actually that hard. Oh, I'm sorry, that was rude.
I suppose death is not as much of a risk for adventurers as it is for commoners. But there are still risks. We have accounted for them, but we are dealing with the unknown, both in terms of the quality of your alma and what forces might be in tune with it.
Perhaps we should give the diamond dust to our friend over there, then?
The components have all been taken care of. The benefits of Academy research. Septimus, it would be at this time that I would ask that you disclose anything that would be affecting your soul at this time beyond the augmentations of your body.
Yes, Septimus. Any other claims to your soul?
Suppose I should have brought this up sooner. I don't know if this changes doing it today, but yes, my soul partially been touched by a devil.
Ah, I see. Something that I have accounted for. Understanding that Saskia's nature, I assume there might be some bleed of such dealings.
You wouldn't imagine.
Shh.
Another reason why I asked a cleric to be here, of sufficient power to deal with any unforeseen circumstances. But if done correctly, I do not believe this will affect the experiment.
Very well then. How do we proceed then? As he just gestures to the spot where there's a table.
Well, I would ask that you take your spot on this table. And we will prepare you. I have prepared a concoction that might mute any pain from the passing, if you wish.
No.
Ah,
I want to keep my faculties.
wise. Maybe foolish. But a true cleric, I see. Your kind are such gluttons for punishment.
The voice just sort of like seems to have positioned himself closer with this disclosure, and seems more observant than keeping to himself now. He's pacing just off to the side, near the steps that lead up to Firma's actual office.
Okay.
As you lay on the table, he would then begin to strap your arms and legs into the table, as well as fitting a padded helmet on your head.
This is to protect you from your own potential thrashing, but also if there are complications due to your fiendish dealings or anything else. It will also keep your body still. A part of this experiment that I am eager to observe is what occurs with not just your alma, but your anima. My theories are correct, they are not separate parts, although they can be severed with things like speak with dead. But if for some reason this experiment severs your anima from your alma in the process, your body might still very much be animated upon your death.
I see. Whatever precautions you need to take.
Saskia, you asked if you could assist in anchoring Septimus's soul. If you were to partake in the ritual, I believe that this can be done. Just follow my instructions. Join me over here. For the other two, you can observe. I would keep a safe distance, but it should not be dangerous for you.
Are we like in his office or like some sort of?
You're in the
contained
class.
room?
You're in the door's closed. You're in the classroom part of his office. All the desks and chairs have been moved out. So you're in the middle of the office, basically.
Before we begin, I just want to take a little, like, basically stroll outside of the office and, like, make sure nobody's, like, looking in on us, check the rooms to the left and right to see if there's anybody, like, trying to, listen in, or if just make sure that, we're kind of alone.
Yeah, absolutely. It seems like this general area is rather private. It is a long hallway that has other instructors' private offices and classrooms. From what you peek out and look up and down, it seems like nobody is observing. Nobody is idling. There, might see a few office doors open or somebody passing by, but no one seems to be specifically focused on Firma's office.
All right. Yeah, I'll just go back inside, but I'll keep my back to the door as things are going on.
Sure.
All right.
He would look to Saskia. we go. Before he begins, he would be come over and wrap a this woven cord that seems to be made of a platinum infused thread that glitters under what you now, Septimus, looking up, see are just 3 floating dancing lights above that are providing the light in this space. Just sort of circling above you. They're rather bright, so it is a little blinding. He then strings the spool of platinum cord over and positions Saskia's hands in a certain way and wraps them around.
This spell will tether your essences together. I have experimented with the calculations, and it should provide an anchoring for your soul here, which should delay its instinct to pass beyond this plane of existence, which will make it more likely that we'll be successful in its capture.
Seeing the platinum, Jacques can't help but be a little curious as he's like,
Platinum, is this some kind of shield of, not faith, but some kind of other connecting spell?
Yes, it is a homebrew, if you will, on the Dunamantic Tether Essence spell. Typically,
Dunamancy, something I know nothing about.
it is the most recent school of magic, studied by few, that has a lot of theories on space, spatial reality, time, and even fate. Typically, the spell would connect your living bodies, but given the nature of this, I have bound your souls temporarily.
Septimus looks at Saskia and be like, I hope this proves that I do trust you. I know you'd be there to bring me back if I need it.
She gives a nervous nod and nervous, gulp. Because it does seem like she's putting herself more at risk here, given the tethering. But she promised she would help.
Well, Septimus, last chance to back out.
No. Takes a deep breath. I'm ready.
He would go over to his desk and pull out a scroll. He opens up and he begins an incantation. In a arcane tongue that is not common, but is also not known by any of you. And by the end of it, there is a very brief flash of light. And Septimus, you feel every nerve in your body light up. A pain that almost feels familiar in the sense that it's similar to when you accessed the ethereal network of the Dreadnought, in the way that it is just igniting your body. Like you feel every pinpoint nerve in your system all turn on in an instant. Even with that brief flash of light, you would all see Septimus's body lunge up as if struck by a heavy force or experiencing heavy pain and trying to leap out of the table. And unlike your previous death, Septimus, where there was a source of attack and then a clear, fading of your vitals, This is more like you're falling asleep. It feels as though a veil is pulled over you as you watch the 3 circles just spinning above you before your vision darkens all around until all you see are those 3 circles, and then you are dead. His body goes limp. And then you see, due to the tethering with Saskia, you would all see a small silver light float from Septimus's chest. The platinum cord almost attached to it, like a leash, as it floats up. And then Firma would step over to the cage and begin a new spell, where he is doing more somatic movements and muttering under his breath. Before you can see, he extends his hands out and opens them, and the soul flies into the air and looks as if it's going to leave the whole room, like it's seeking desperately for its destination before it is forcibly pulled. And you can see it is Septimus's soul is attempting to like resist this, as there is this tense fight really between his soul and the tethering essence. Before ultimately it is very rapidly pulled into the silver cage. And Firma lets out a deep sigh, as it seems the ritual was straining him as well. And you all see it there. A dead Septimus in what is ostensibly his alma in this cage. Firma begins to pace around it, observing it.
Fascinating. I have not put my own eyes on a alma myself, nor really has anybody. At least one that is captured like this, I suppose, other than nefarious necromancers. It's beautiful.
And then, as he says this and is watching it, you all suddenly see the cage just lurch forward and hit Firma in the face. As you can see, Septimus' soul is now thrashing inside of the cage.
Hmm.
Can Feared like quickly reach out to like grab it and hold it still? Like try and
Yeah. I'm not going to ask you for a strength check. You have sufficient strength as you do, Fyrn, with your athletics to be able to hold this. But it is harder than you expect. Like when you grab it at first, you're thinking like, oh, it's like a bird in a cage. This is going to be easy. But then like at first you feel yourself kind of like pulled in multiple directions by it before getting your grip on the cage and holding it. And there is a thrum that you can feel. The whole cage has this low vibration happening as the soul is thrashing about.
Fiend's just gonna look at the others and say, I can hold it as still as you need, but hurry up, I can't do this all day.
Very well.
He nods over to the voice, who steps up to join him in the observations. And then the voice only takes a moment there, looking at the soul, before he actually just goes over to Septimus's body.
And then Firma is looking at the soul. The alma appears to have a silver light to it. It is small in size. It is uncertain if this is a standard size or if it would be larger, depending on the nature of the alma who possessed it. I wonder if external stimuli. And you see he twists his hand in the air and a blue rune appears, and then you can see Fyrn, you feel the cage get cold, like freezing cold. You're okay with it because of the Ithil Dagnir, but you know this would be like, it would be very painful if you weren't resistant in that way.
I just shout out, "Hey, what are you doing? The cage just got really cold."
The rune is still in his hand. Experimenting. And he twists his hand and the rune turns red and the cage heats up. No observable reaction to temperature.
Yeah, I'm observing it.
Cleric, attempt to heal the soul. The voice, having sort of like poked a little bit at Septimus's body, turns and waves his hands and casts a simple healing spell onto the soul. When it does so, the soul seems to calm down a little bit. And then it grows slightly to be a little bit brighter. The soul responds to divine healing. I wonder. Potentially a regeneration spell upon Septimus, but he would not want that. Let's get a closer look. You see he turns his hand and the space of the cage seems to expand to give him a better view of the soul. And now you also would get a better view of it, Fyrn and Jacquet. And now he looks and says, subtle variation in illumination. It is not only silver. There are flecks of blue in the flame. The soul seems to calm down, given more space and through the cleric's divine healing. And now it sort of appears more like a flame than it is a mote of light. And you can see very clearly these strands or licks of flame that are blue, like Septimus's divine magic of Machina. When Septimus uses his divine magic via Machina, what does it look like?
It's always that blue color, tendrils of energy, but not natural looking.
Mm-hmm.
And Jacquet will lower his shirt to show the pharaoh weave, and he's like,
Just like Septimus's flesh now, so too when he repairs flesh, does it take on this appearance. If the wound is serious enough.
Did it still have that same blue tinge, even when he was using the motes?
His motes fluctuate between blue, red, and violet.
we know the motes aren't totally connected to Machina.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the motes,
They are circling Septimus's body right now. At first they were staying still, but almost as if at the mention of them, they begin to spiral. And he observes this now.
Curious. Although I suppose upon death, attunement may persist. What is this artifact Septimus carries that creates these motes?
Not an artifact per se, but remember the deal he brought up?
Ah, yes.
It's related to that.
Then perhaps they persist because his soul has not passed on. If this was a spell, it should be gone upon his death.
If we were to eliminate the motes, would it eliminate him as well?
I am not sure. I am not certain of the nature of these motes.
It seems like you have isolated Machina's, like the soul within, in this machine, in this chamber. Is that correct?
It seems so. It seems that Septimus's alma is affected by his faith, and by his augmentation, potentially.
I assume this is a type of stole cage you're using here?
Yes. Yes, it is. If I push further, perhaps.
And you see he begins to weave arcane symbols in there.
I can perhaps get a closer analysis by utilizing more of the spell.
I wonder if you could use the eyes of the dead to see his god.
Precisely what I was thinking.
Glad we're on the same page.
All right. And he finishes his weaving, claps the floating sigils in the air together, and you can see his eyes light up blue. Jacquette,
Yes.
as soon as he does this, you notice with your passive perception, one of Septimus's hands twitches.
Firma?
As you question or prompt Firma, he starts talking.
I can see a light in a dark cage. Anger, a din of song, broken and discordant. Anger, so much anger.
And then Septimus's hand twitches again.
Professor, Septimus's body. It's moving.
I hear its voice. I hear its whisper. Oh, so much anger and hatred.
The voice now kind of comes over and begins chanting over Septimus's body in a dialect of Celestial.
I can push further and question this god of his.
I don't know if that's a good idea, Firma.
As you finish saying, I don't think that's a good idea, Firmer, you can see both of Septimus's arms now, like, tense and pull against the restraints. And the voice turns over, looks to Firma and says, "That's enough!"
No, it is not enough. What have you done with his soul? What is the nature of this degradation?
The soul begins to get bigger, and the silver begins to fade as it completely shifts to the blue light. And now, Fyrn, you can feel like a staticness to the silver, like you're feeling these little pokes of energy.
I don't know if this will help or hinder, but Fyrn's kind of just like worried and doesn't really know what is happening, and maybe this won't do anything, but he's gonna cast Spirit Shroud on himself, because it says specifically that you call forth the spirits of the dead, which flit around you for the spell's duration. And he's using this method as a way to kind of channel those motes, because he remembers that fear, like, the motes are what was keeping him alive. And he's worried that maybe without those motes, affecting the thing, that it might be killing Septimus. So he's going to try and call forth those motes to maybe surround him and this thing that he's holding, and maybe that'll allow him to access that power while in this cage. Or at least that's my guess.
I just realized I was paused. As you do this, you release these spectral entities that are these spirits of long dead champions of your people, that seem to wrap around you like sentries. In response, it seems as though the wisps, the motes around, begin to swirl more as Septimus now is thrashing on the table. And then Saskia cries out in pain.
And dies.
No.
Mike's been secretly taking damage this whole time, and we're just ignoring it. We have no idea what's going on.
So Saskia passes her saving throw, so she does not fall unconscious.
Oh boy.
That's good.
But it does seem to be taxing her. As you would then all hear a voice bellow from Septimus's soul.
You will not interfere with his ascension.
And the wisps billow out into the whole room. And I need everybody to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Me too.
No. You're dead.
I'm going to auto succeed on that.
Okay.
Me
Well, wait.
too.
Yeah, it just says if you fail an int wizard charisma saving throw, you can cause yourself to succeed instead.
I have the same thing.
Copycat. Nah, it's okay. We need it.
Yeah.
We really need it.
The motes basically attack you all. You will, if you succeed, you'll take half damage. It's 32 necrotic
great.
damage. Or, I'm sorry, radiant damage, not necrotic.
32, is that halved already?
No, you can. It's 16 damage for the success. The explosion of the moat does toss or knock Firma out of this sort of like blind seeking of answers. The voice is able, of course, he succeeds on the saving throw, but you do see the radiant burns kind of singe the edges of his simple gray robes, as you all would kind of like reel from this searing light. The moats all turn blue. There's no longer a mixture of violet and whatnot. And you look and you can see Septimus's soul is growing larger. And then you can see it completely outgrows the cage. And now there is this large flame that is consuming the cage. You can see the silver is starting to melt and become molten.
So I'm just on fire then?
Well, Fyrn, I guess, do you let go of the cage or not?
I assume that when it gets set on fire, I would need to let go of it.
You would feel a singeing burn, so I think you would probably let go of it before it damages you.
Yeah, okay. I'll put it down. I'll try and put it down gently, though.
Okay. You release it, and it does. It just falls taut and moves around a little bit, but the soul is growing much larger than it. The voice looks to Firma, and he says, "We can't continue. We cannot continue. We must return the soul to the body. You cannot hold it in the cage." And Firma's kind of like frozen for a moment.
We do not have the time. The soul must be contained in order to resurrect him properly.
The soul now consumes the cage entirely.
How do we contain it? Fyrn pulls out, not using it, but just pulls out one of the dispelling stones.
As soon as you do that, the soul just starts to kind of like slowly float forward.
Like towards me?
No, towards the middle of the room. Like it's floating towards Septimus.
Come on, you guys are supposed to be the smart ones. Tell me what to do.
Fyrn,
The Firma kind of like has lost it at this point. He just sort of says your name and then trails off before the voice says, "Fyrn, come over here and hold his body down. Keep him from thrashing."
All right, I go and I do that.
Fyrn, give me an athletics check. Septimus, give me an athletics check with advantage.
A nat 20 for a 30.
Ooh, pretty good.
I even need to roll?
I don't think it's possible for you to succeed.
I don't think it is possible for me to succeed on that either.
So as this body's thrashing, you can hear like the straps begin to rip, but Fyrn, you're able to hold him down as
I tuck you in real good.
Can you give me a kiss on the forehead?
Yep.
Thank
Hot
you.
cocoa on the side.
You see the voice now begins to cast a spell. You see he reaches into his component pouch and pulls out a sort of like peeling from the sides of his hands or pouring out a powdered metal as he begins to chant in Celestial before opening his palm and blowing the metal towards the soul as he is attempting a dispel evil and good.
Oh.
So, the domination of Machina will have to make a charisma saving throw.
Does it succeed?
Septimus, what is your charisma saving throw?
+5.
+5. So in this intense moment, Firma is kind of like lost control entirely. The voice utters his final words of the incantation of the dispel good and evil, and his last celestial word booms out, and you can see these celestial golden lights fire out from the powder that he blew towards the soul. The motes become these lights of celestial energy that all fire and simultaneously pierce Septimus's soul. And there's this shaking of the flame. It starts to burn rapidly before it shooting out all around this wave of blue light that hits everybody. But as soon as it kind of whips through you all feel kind of the static that Fyrn was feeling, but it doesn't damage you like the cloud of motes does. And then as that kind of light goes out, you can see now there is just the original silver soul, still with flecks of blue. Jacquet, your heart is beating a mile a minute as you can feel the sort of, it's staying with you, that blue light.
Mm-hmm.
Your chest is glowing brighter from underneath your chest, and there's a sharp pain in your chest during this. Firma now kind of snaps out of it and begins casting another spell, where you can see the platinum cord that's around Septimus's neck. Septimus's body also goes back to limp at this point. Seems to then re-tether to the soul.
This tethering essence with Saskia's anchoring should allow us to properly raise Septimus without issue.
Is Saskia on the floor just like crying?
You look and Saskia's hands are burnt where it was holding the cord. She's got tears in her eyes and she's gritting her teeth because it looks as though the exact like wrapping of the cord around her hands, she has burn marks wherever it was wrapped on her hands that have that pale blue light of Machina. The voice immediately goes over and kneels behind Septimus's head and has his hands on your temple as he begins to chant the celestial for his raise dead spell.
There is much that I learned from peering into Septimus's alma. It seems as though his alma and animating spirit were fracturing, hence why his body began to thrash. I'll need to think long on this. His soul may be degraded, or it may just simply be infused with this Machina. But what I felt when I peered into his god's domain was deep, deep, violent anger. disgust. I need to write down my findings.
And he takes the floating book and quill and begins to write himself instead of having the automatic quill write it for it. As he doesn't go to his office desk, he just literally sits down on the steps that lead up to his desk and has the book on his lap and begins writing. You're muted.
It said something about an ascension. Is that what it was angry about? That we were interfering?
Its anger was directed towards me and my interference. But part of it was angry at Septimus. And his disgust seemed universal. Against Alma.
Would it be possible for Machina to be aware of the deal Septimus made?
Given what I saw, and depending on some questions I have for Septimus about this deal, it would not be unreasonable of a hypothesis to think that Machina is aware of Septimus's doubts and the nature of his deal. Even what
we
Septimus
saw.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, what we saw didn't look like a fusion to my unknowing eyes, but a domination.
Yes. It may be that there is a level of infusion in Septimus that allows for such domination.
And he's looking at you and says that his eyes flutter to your chest.
Jacques kind of
Still that
fingers.
there's still that aching,
Right.
like it's now a numb pain, like the remnants of a pain.
Well,
We've seen Machina influence a number of constructs. Some, I think we know intrinsically are connected to Machina, but others that seem not to be of our realm.
Not of our realm.
So, does Machina's influence only connect to that which he's touched before?
Jacques says again, kind of gesturing to his pharaoh weave, whatever.
Or is it something else that Machina can tap into?
This is a good question. From what I've observed, it would seem that it is Machina's touch. But perhaps that is channeled through some other force. If there is a relation between our earthly constructs and these constructs from another world or plane.
Are you familiar with
Modron.
Mechanus?
Mechanus.
Well, no, the god.
Primus.
Primus, that's what it is.
Are you familiar with Primus?
I am familiar with the writings on such an entity. All-consuming
Maybe-
sense of order.
Add that to your list of research projects.
And Jacquet's gonna go see to Septimus and, make sure that he's actually like alive.
Yeah. It
Aw.
does take a while. So I think the remainder of the casting of the spell is sort of this tense quiet, where Firma is writing voracious notes and thoughts down, but also you can see him running about his personal library, just grabbing and stacking books for him to look into. And I feel like every second is like a tense second as the Celestial is being chanted, and the literal soul is like a balloon that at any point, if the cord is cut, will disappear forever. As Raised Dead does take an hour to cast, but after many moments of tension, eventually the celestial light comes from the voice's hands and sort of travels up the cord and slowly pulls the soul along the cord into Septimus's chest, where Septimus, you would then wake up.
Do I have any recollection or like any knowledge of what's, or I guess what did it feel like for me? Did I just close my eyes and then just pop back out just now?
For you, there is a vague feeling of deja vu almost. Like in the sense of like you can kind of remember what happened, but it's not a full memory. Like you witnessed it, but you didn't you didn't cognitively witness it. So it's like you are remembering something that you've forgotten a long, long time ago, and you're trying to piece it together. Over time, you'll have full memory of what happened. But for right now, all you remember is shooting pain, oblivion, nothingness, not darkness, just no memory. And then a feeling of intense hatred and disgust for Firma and for your friends. This is mingling because you're experiencing an intense cognitive dissonance, because this is something that you can remember feeling, but you don't feel right now. You don't feel lingering hatred or disgust. You just remember this feeling of intense distrust, hatred, disgust. And it makes you think of the moments when that feeling percolates in you day to day. That has become, I would say, is becoming more frequent since your resurrection. And perhaps one of the things beyond some of the direct interventions that has made you start to feel this unease. But you come back to. You have -4 penalty to your D20 tests that will go down by 1 each day until it's 0.
Oh my goodness.
A lot of fun.
But as far as you're concerned, you are intact. This dissonance just lingering. Perhaps more will come as you recover from the resurrection.
Septimus just kind of catching his breath, feeling everything, looking around. As you said, anger and disgust, and just slowly coming back, kind of shaking it off. Looks to each one to see if they're all right.
You can see Saskia. You can see your friends around you. Saskia is unweaving a platinum cord from her hands, and you can see that there is these burn marks that have a light blue glow to them all around her hands and her forearms. As Firma would come over, seeing that you're awake now, and say,
Although there were some unforeseen circumstances that put us at risk. For all intents and purposes, Septimus, the experiment was successful in observing your soul. This
Were we able
machina,
to discern?
if we were able to discern that something is happening to your soul, but it does not seem to be degrading in the way that I thought. Seems more likely that machina has woven itself into your alma in some way, and this weave exerted control during the experiment, melted the silver cage, and seemed to be attempting to reach your body. We were able to dispel the domination from your alma in time to bind it to the platinum cord again and resurrect you. The voice of your god told us that we would not interfere with your ascension. And these motes attacked us.
Looking to the moats, I guess somewhat a little confused as to that.
Jacquette had a interesting question. Is your god aware, or is it possible your god is aware of the deal you made with the devil?
It must. In that moment where I made the deal. Like I said, the only other alternative was complete assimilation and subjection to Machina's will. When that didn't happen, it must know what I did.
It seems as though the Machina is still attempting to assert this control in some way.
Do you... I guess... How... He just thinks to himself. Is there any way to discern how much control it truly has on me normally, day to day? Or is it right? Would I even realize it?
I need to study this further. It could be that over time you won't even realize it.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Or it could be more direct, like it was here. Perhaps your soul being untethered from your body and severing from your animating spirit gave it enough control. Perhaps your own will, when your animating spirit and your alma are together, is keeping it at bay. Do you feel its influence? Are there days when you don't feel like yourself?
Yes. That's why I wanted to understand it more. In ways I can defend myself and keep control.
Perhaps the augmentations are not degrading your alma in the way that I believed. But this is not for sure, or for certain. But it feels as though this machina is still the disease affecting your alma. from the perspective of the Machina, or maybe even from yourself. Given other circumstances, this might not be seen as a burden, but a blessing. As many who give themselves to divine will would. But this Machina has deemed you not worthy of forsaking. You still wield its light.
Well, that's what's bothered me. I was fully devoted to spreading what I thought was Machina's will. And upon learning more about it and the truth, wanted to not be its vessel. It's confused as to why it still chooses me. So I needed to make sure that I'm still in control.
The voice would chime in here. Over the ages, it has always been a confounding and dissonant thing to serve the gods. They have irrational choices, often. Perhaps this Machina sees something in you. The gods do tend to have favorites amongst their servants. They don't idly dispose of what they have invested a lot of their grace into. It believes you will do what it wants, ultimately. Believes perhaps you are in a valley of crisis, but that you will return to its light. If you do not wish to return to its light, then what we must hope for is that your alma is strong enough to resist it. If it decides your fate for you.
Septimus just kind of looks away. It's like, don't have much to think about.
Yes. I will put my thoughts together and do some further research to see if we can focus our discoveries. Although I do not think it would be wise for us to experiment this way further. And then the voice says, "This has been an enlightening experience. At some point, Iron and Mana, come visit me. The Temple of those beyond. And those before. I may have some insights as well."
Septimus looks around to his group. Says, "Thank you all for being here. And sorry if I put you in any danger."
Not as much danger as you typically put us in.
It's alright. It
And,
was enlightening.
Thank you, Mr. Father the Voice, for your help today. Isn't that what you're supposed to call clerics?
I don't know.
Thank you, Septimus. We will be in touch.
the voice would leave, and Firma would bring his books and notebook to his desk, begin his own work, as you would depart from his office. Go outside. The air is cold. The sun is set beneath the horizon. The dusk hours over the city. Them all of them blissfully unaware of what occurred in that room. As you walk back to the lower city, Septimus, there would be a likely a feeling of paranoia.
Yeah, certainly.
And you kind of are looking around, and for a second you think you see the faint light of gold of a Modron in an alleyway.
I don't, though.
You look and you don't see anything. For a moment you think you saw a Modron. But the streets are quiet. On the morrow will be your fight night. And then shortly after that, the governor will arrive. Perhaps there's a tension after what you all witnessed there. But is there anything particular you want to do this night?
I think when we're like, I imagine like we kind of walk back in relative silence.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily awkward. There's just like a unrest that hangs over the party after what we heard and saw. And so when we get to like the entrance of the lighthouse district, right, because then the road continues to the temple district.
Yep.
Where I assume Septimus is gonna head. Jacques will go,
do you feel like you've learned what you needed to?
It seems that as long as my resolve is strong and my will remains as I'm alive, I can maintain control. But what happens to me after death is uncertain.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that, right?
He kind of just looks away for a second, and
Fyrn looks at him and says, if you had it your way, it seems like you're resisting your god now, and I mean, we've seen for ourselves that it can be quite wrathful. But are you sure it's not something that you are causing in it? Like this creature, this entity, when you were weaker, you thought that it was a force for good. And you're now realizing that it has dark intentions, but could those dark intentions be brought on by something besides it just trying to take you over for its own machinations. Maybe when it takes you over, those machinations will be exactly what you want for the world. You always spoke of how you wanted everybody to be united under Machina's influence. It seems hypocritical that you'd not want that for yourself as well.
Perhaps.
I just want you to be honest with us. If it's something that you're trying to do, maybe we can redo this experiment and let it happen next time.
Now, I felt when I was in the presence of Machina upon my death, there was already a lingering anger. Right up until my devotion was unwavered. Like I said, I think it comes from the fear and enmity that Alma had at its creation. And it's that lingering anger. I'm uncertain of what it wishes to do, whether it be revenge or just chaotic rage. But you're right, Fyrn. I still want to spread knowledge and unity. All the ideals that I once had are for what I wish. And perhaps it's up to me to be the one to shepherd that. Take the reins myself. If I'm going to keep this power, willing or not.
There's also something interesting Firma said about how Machina has woven itself into you, into your alma. And this ability of Machina to control what it influences and what's connected to it. So that raises the question, while it's clearly connected to you and the other Machina of our realm, what's its connection to the Modron? Is it simply that they are of like creatures? Were the Modron the precursors to these Machina? I believe you had told us that Machina's creation was when was it the Kieranese? Kieran? Their collective wills about the Machina led to its creation?
The relationship between Machina and the Modron still baffles me. But perhaps you're right. Perhaps the Modron played a pivotal role in the development of Machina, or is some sort of inspiration. I don't quite know how it connects.
We've seen your ability to connect and control with the Machina. Could you do the same to the Modron?
Not something I considered.
You hear a loud
being able
crash.
to do.
Go check it out.
Something falls over in an alleyway. You see trash flies all over the place. And you see a small orange cat hop out and scurry across the street.
Jacquet
past us in a previous campaign. If you'll allow it, I think Jacquet, a little concerned, will gesture in one of his shadows, one of his spy network, and he gestures to the cat. We'll just tail the cat, just to make sure it's not a shape changer or a druid or literally any other nefarious motherfucker.
Could I use the monocle and cast see invisibility to see if there was anything that spooked the cat in the alleyway?
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a perception check.
Oh boy, I should have told somebody else to do this.
Well, you're the one with the monocle.
I have proficiency in that. I don't know if that matters.
In perception?
Yeah, I have the little dot checked off.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
that-
you're just
What?
doing a regular perception check. This is not going to be it. You'll be able to see things that are invisible.
Yeah, it's not calculating with my proficiency bonus though. Is it supposed to?
What do you mean?
Right?
It's an 8 plus 4 is a 12.
Okay, but the 4 is just from the bonus? No, okay, that's okay, never mind. Yeah, it is a 12.
Oh, you thought the roll was not calculating it.
Yeah, I was just I have a -1 to
Yeah.
wisdom or whatever, so it's 4, not 5.
So as Jacquet's spy goes and chases after a cat, I do love the idea of just this spy network. Just like, I imagine there was someone who's just like idling, like looks like they might just be drunk, and then they like see your hand go up and they stiffen up and start chasing the cat. Like as Fyrn is like getting the monocle ready, like you guys hear like footsteps in the distance. Look, and you just see some people walking away. The wind shakes some wind chimes on somebody's front porch. Fyrn, you look over towards the alleyway, and you could swear you saw something silver move into the alleyway.
Can I chase into the alleyway? I say to the others, there's something there.
You run over to the alleyway, and you all look in it, and it is empty and ends at a brick wall. What are you gonna do?
Jacquet, it's evening.
Yep.
Jacquet is going to take to the skies. To then look at the area around to see if there's anyone moving fast away, see if he can see the sign of anyone hiding.
Give me a perception check. Septimus.
Why does that? Septimus will just speak out. Quadrone, you're not eavesdropping on us, are you?
Jacquet, what'd you get?
Can I get advantage because I'm getting a bird's eye view?
Sure.
Thanks.
Fyrn, I'll allow you to do another perception check as you kind of like your eyes follow Jacquet as he flies up into the air.
Sure.
That's just a 20.
If it would help, I'd even fly up there too. This time I got a 12. Does a 12 do it?
Okay. Do you fly up?
No, I didn't really say that. Like,
Okay.
I see him flying up there, so
Yeah.
I'm
All
just
right.
like looking on my feet for now.
Fyrn and Jacquet, I'm gonna kind of combine your roles.
Okay.
Okay.
So Fyrn, you once again with a 12 think you saw something silver on the rooftop. Jacquet,
Yeah, I call it out to
he calls out that he thinks he sees something on the roof. Jacquet, you with a 20 and your bird's eye view can see the shingles of the rooftop. You can see very subtly something invisible moving on the rooftop. to your eye. Like you can see the impact
Um,
on the shingles.
Right. Shouting out, on the roof! Jacques is going to dive bomb to tackle this individual.
Okay, let's roll initiative.
Oh,
If they're invisible, they do get advantage on initiative.
yes. Yes. It's beautiful.
Middle of the pack day for Fyrn.
20 to 25. 15 to 19.
18.
10 to 14.
13.
Septimus, what'd you get?
Don't make me say it.
I'm gonna make you say it.
1.
1. I'm just gonna roll really quickly for Sass. All right. Steph, do you mind controlling Sass?
Sure.
Or anybody can. So just to give you guys a general layout, Jacques is diving down from above. You two are down at the opening to the alleyway. The alleyway is about 40 feet deep. The rooftops go up about 50 feet to the rooftops. The walls of the buildings are 50 feet. The figure was noticed on to the left of the alleyway on that rooftop. And this is like a U-shaped building. So it's got it's like this. The figure is on this side. But Jacques, you did win the initiative despite their advantage.
Oh, cool. So I have flying speed of 40.
Yeah, you'll definitely be able to reach him.
All right. And I'm technically doing a unarmed strike to get a grapple. So I'm gonna use my cat's claws.
Yeah.
I don't. So that's the thing is that it is an unarmed strike is the attack type.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna use my cat's claws. For a I'll have disadvantage on him because he's. Well, 18 to hit.
18 just hits.
All right. So Jacques, and I'm going to grapple with this unarmed strike instead of doing damage. So you just watch Jacques plummet from the sky, tackle this thing, and I imagine it's like that. Like he hits it and they tumble, roll, and then he gets up and he's holding whatever it is in a grapple. Like he's got one head around what he thinks is the back of it, but there's nothing there. So if anyone sees him, it just looks like Jacques is like literally doing what I'm doing. Like
a mime.
The target does do a saving throw for it still.
No.
No?
As long as I hit, I grapple it, and then on its turn, it can take. I'm like 98%.
Do you make a melee attack that involves using your body to deal one of the following effects? Damage, which is the normal unarmed.
Oh,
grapple.
okay, you're right.
Yeah.
No,
I just
you're
wanted to
wrong.
make sure that that wasn't like unique to unarmed strike or something like grapple is. But it seems like that's how.
No. Well, DC's 18, so.
Okay.
Or I guess no, it's not. It's 13 because it's my strength.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say like the successful unarmed strike is grabbing it, but it is going to break free. What I will say is, quite as soon as you grab this thing, you feel it though. This is not flesh. This is metal.
Mm-hmm.
You clearly grab some kind of construct. But it breaks free from your grapple. And like you specifically feel it break free. And like Jacques, like you know, in your mind, maybe you were thinking like, oh, this is some kind of spy following us. You distinctly feel 4 arms break free from your grab, like almost to the point where it was like, I don't think I was ever going to be able to hold on to this thing. But like your claws scratch against the metal body as soon as your hands are pulled away.
Okay, I am then going to, as a bonus action, I'm then going to use unsettling words on this creature. Oh no, I have to be able to see it. I am going to... I can't do anything with my bonus action for once in my life. But Jacques is going to take out his daggers and kind of standing where he knows the creature is, goes, "Whatever you are, you metal fuck, you try to get away from me and I'll cut you. Stand down." And thus I end my turn.
Okay, I just wanted to check something. I was like, I wanted to see if saving throws broke invisibility, but they obviously don't because they're not an actual action. Okay, you kind of just like hear the subtle sounds of the metal on metal. The entity is shockingly quiet for being a construct. Okay, so Saskia is up next. She and Fyrn and Septimus, like I said, are at the mouth of the alleyway. It's 50 feet up to get to the rooftop.
So she does have Witch Sight, which gives her true sight to a range of 30 feet.
She would not be able to see until she was up on the roof.
Right, but maybe like previous to that, could she have maybe
caught a glimpse of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it would be similar to Fyrn, though. She would have seen something silver.
Sure. Okay.
Because it was at no point was it within 30 feet of her. But I'll say she would have also caught something was there and maybe prompted you guys further to do it, to investigate after the cat ran away. But she would be able to see it if she got on the roof.
Right. Okay, so she's going to full 30 feet of movement with a dash. Would that allow her to climb up and get there with 60 feet?
With 60 feet, she doesn't have a climb speed, right?
No,
so she would be able to get up. She would be able to get up
Or I
30
guess-
feet up the wall.
So she gets up to have line of sight on it?
Not quite. Because it's if she was, I would say maybe like 10 feet from the edge, she can get line of sight of it.
All right, then she's just going to get up. She's going to move as far and as much as she can. And that's her turn.
Okay. Fyrn, you are up.
Okay, how far away is this rooftop?
50 feet
From
to
me.
get 50 feet up to get to the rooftop.
50 feet straight up?
Yeah.
I really only have one option. I'm gonna cast Fly on myself, which gives me a movement of 60 feet.
Okay, you can definitely get up then.
Okay. I believe I could cast a spell as one of my attacks, right?
Is fly a bonus act? No, you can
It's a
cast a
full
cantrip. You
cantrip.
can cast a cantrip.
Hmm. Okay.
I love how we're all preparing for battle, and Septimus is just like, guys, just quadrone. Come on, he's fine.
Yeah, sorry, I'm being like
It's
super
just a
slow.
quadron.
It's just a quadrone, guys. Quadding around.
Just
I'm
quadding
also
around.
just gonna action surge because why not?
Okay.
It gives me when I action surge, I get an extra 30-foot teleport. So we could say I just like flew right up to the height and then like teleported
Teleported
to
into
him
him.
just
Yeah,
for like
yeah.
surprise attack.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna hit him with the bonk.
Yeah, and I guess since you do have the monocle on and you used a charge to activate the filter of sea invisibility,
I will still have regular attacks on this guy.
you'll have regular attacks, but you also will see what it looks like. So you can see a completely like silver metaled automaton. It has sort of a these like pauldrons that kind of are one piece that wraps over the shoulders and the neck with an inset humanoid like head in there that has these white glowing eyes and just sort of like a mock human face with like lips and a nose. It has from the pauldrons comes out a set of metal arms, and then beneath the pauldrons in the chest is another set of metal arms. That then comes down to these two mechanical legs that have the feet of the legs are kind of like curved, sort of like those blades that runners use, amputated runners in the Paralympics use. That has like sort of a suspension to it.
Boat-like thing.
Yeah, and then you can also see that it has four. As soon as it broke free from Jacquette's grasp, it has four blades that have come out of its hands, basically, or over it, out of its the top of its arm coming out.
Hey, General Grievous.
Kind of a General Grievous vibe.
I'm going to hit it, and my first attack, I'm going to risk it all and put a booming blade on it.
Okay.
30 to hit, Sean.
30 will definitely hit.
Okay. That's gonna be 17 bludgeoning damage, 6 cold damage. He has a stack of cold frostbite on him, reducing his speed by 10 feet. He has booming blade on him, which will do weapon protect becomes healer. Okay, so it target takes Okay, it doesn't take any damage from the initial thing. It takes damage when it moves from booming blade.
Okay, and how much was your normal damage?
I will reread that out to you. Where's my thing? It was 17 bludgeoning, 6 cold for the first attack.
Okay.
And if it has to make a concentration saving throw, it does so at disadvantage. And it also needs to make a constitution saving throw or get knocked prone.
Okay, I'll do the con save first. Okay. It is knocked prone.
Sick. Okay. Second attack. With advantage, because he's prone now. Nat 20. Must we go on, Sean?
Yes, we do.
Okay, ignore this first roll because it's nonsense. Okay, I'm definitely using my special ability to re-roll those rolls because they were very bad. Okay, 19 bludgeoning damage plus the 24 bludgeoning damage is 19. I'm just bad at math. What is it?
Say them again.
40,
It was 19.
19 and 24.
Okay.
43
Mm-hmm.
bludgeoning. And for cold, it's 6 and 12 is 18 cold damage.
Okay.
And then he has another stack of Ithildagnir on him, and so he's reduced by another 10 feet, and he's still prone. And he has to now get disadvantage on his next attack. And he has to roll another concentration saving throw if you have to do that to keep him invisible, I'm hoping. Okay, final attack. Actually, do I get an extra attack when I crit? No, it's only when I kill something, right?
No, you do, but you have to use your bonus action to...
Yeah, I didn't use my bonus action.
So yeah, you do get an extra attack then. Because it's
Cool.
crit or when you kill something.
23 to hit.
It is going to use its reaction to parry that so that it does not hit.
Okay, that's fine.
He adds 6 to his AC when he uses parry.
That's fine. Is it permanent 6
Nope,
to your
just
AC?
the one attack. Just the one attack.
All right, advantage on the last roll. 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
18 bludgeoning. 9 cold. 3 stacks of Ithildagnir. It has the fragile condition, so it ignores resistances and crits on 19s and 20s.
Nice. Anything else, Fyrn? I think that's everything you could possibly do.
Yes.
Okay, it is the enemy's turn now. So he's going to use half of his movement to stand up. And then he is going to...
So his movement was 5, so he needed 5.
You're assuming his movement was 5 from that.
Okay, so he got a minus 20, and
know.
he uses half his move to stand up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
And then he's going to use Edict of Blades.
Okay, does him standing up count as movement?
No, but the Edict of Blades will count as movement because it does incorporate movement.
Okay, so he's gonna take 2d8 thunder damage, which is going to be 13 thunder damage.
Nice.
And if he has no resistances to it.
It prevents resistance?
Well, my Ithildagnir prevents it because he has the fragile condition.
Ah, yes, you're right. Yeah. Because that is one of the things he is resistant to. Okay. He is using Edict of Blades, so he is going to move up to whatever speed he has left without provoking attacks of opportunity. And each person that he moves around will take an attack from him. So he's only going to be able to attack you two in this. Because he doesn't have enough movement speed, thanks to the Ithildagnir, to move down to the others. So he will make an unerring blade attack on each of you. Oh, wow, that's crazy. So this monster doesn't roll to attack, it just hits.
Fun.
Like always, or for this specific ability?
No, always. It can't crit though because of that, but it always hits.
Okay.
So each of you are going to take 24 force damage. It also always deals. It also always deals the exact same amount of damage.
Does that include me?
No, just these two. He is going to. This unerring blade has a effect that happens to you on a d6 table. So for you, Jacquette, it is going to be a push.
Okay.
He is going to, even though you're flying, he does attempt to push you off the rooftop.
Technically, I am no longer flying because I have to be holding my.
Oh, because you're actually
cloak,
fighting. You can't.
And I have my daggers out to make opportunity attacks.
Then he is going to push you 15 feet away, and he is going to push you into the alley.
Okay. Now, so I just want to double check if it actually says anything.
For the
So it's just, it's you can grip the edges of the cloak and use it to gain a fly speed of 40 feet. If you ever fail to grip the cloak's edges while flying in this way, you lose this fly speed. So I guess I'll say it's up to you.
Yeah, that's it.
Like how, because it doesn't state whether it's an action, bonus action, reaction.
Yeah.
Like,
so I guess for me, it would matter what's in your hands. So you have your dagger, right?
sure, but you can grip something else with a dagger. Right?
Like
I can grip this shirt as if I have something else in my hand, right?
Yeah. That's true. God, I hate you, Wizards of the Coast. Just make it fucking clear what if it's an action or a reaction. I will allow you. I will say you just need to use your reaction to do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Fyrn, the effect on you is the same thing. You actually have fly on you though, so you
would have to make a concentration saving throw to maintain concentration.
On fly, yes. So I guess you have to roll a con save. You only have to beat a 12 though.
Succeeded.
Yeah, I was like, I think your modifier beats that. So you are floating above the alleyway. When you are hit, no, Fyrn, I'm sorry. I forgot that fly is a concentration spell that's on you. So part of Edict of Blades, whenever it hits a creature with the unerring blade attack during this movement, each spell of 5th level or lower on the creature ends. So the fly ends, so you do actually fall.
Oof. My question is, could I have counterspelled this?
No, it's not a spell.
Okay.
Good question. It's been a long time since someone's asked if they could counterspell something.
I know. I just got counterspell.
So, Fyrn, you will fall 50 feet.
Would you allow me to try to brace his fall since I'm still on the ground?
Don't worry about it. A reaction, Featherfall.
Yeah, you can cast Featherfall.
I do that.
So the other aspect of Edict of Blades, this is not part of his normal attack. This is just part of Edict of Blades, which is a recharge ability.
It also cancels all
It cancels
spells.
Featherfall. No. This is for after that. Jacquette and Fyrn, you are considered incapacitated by this attack until the end of the enemy's next turn. So you will not get your turns on your next subsequent turn.
Jesus.
That's only from the Edict of Blades.
So, order of operations. When are we incapacitated? When we're hit, or after the push?
Good question.
Because then we are definitely not able to take reactions.
I'm realizing that now. I'm realizing that now. Okay. I'm realizing that right now. So you both do not get to you're both going to take the 50 feet of fall damage.
Cool.
Because it happens when it hits you.
Could I try to catch one of them?
It would be Jacquette was pushed first. So it would be you could I will allow you to use your reaction to brace Jacquet for the fall, which, if I'm not mistaken, in the Xanathar rules, it becomes...
Wait.
How far did he push me?
15 feet.
Is that off the side?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything in the vicinity that looks...
You're starting to stretch this.
What do you mean I'm starting to stretch this? I can't do anything. I'm just gonna stand there and watch them, like, cause like 50 feet. Like,
Is 5d6 damage.
yeah, that's a lot of damage.
Can we do an Aladdin where we just bounce off of some awning?
I was gonna say, is there like a a bale of hay?
A bale of hay.
Yeah.
So, the creature on the
something
ground needs to make a dex saving throw to avoid the falling creature.
Yes.
But if they're just willing to go in the way, then we would just split the damage.
Okay, so
but we would both end up prone, I believe.
Yes. So I would allow you to split the damage with Jacquet if you want.
Would you allow me to cast a spell?
If it's a reaction.
Oh,
It's not you guys are forgetting that turns exist.
yeah. What are we doing here?
I think I'm.
It's almost like he wants to play a different game that isn't D&D.
Yeah, right.
Boy, do I have a game for you.
And we have a game for you.
Wait, what did it say for the... Okay.
It's okay. I can take the 5d6.
Whatever. I'm just
squishy.
dodging. I'm dodging these people. Screw you guys.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. You're the one introducing this into play, and I'm just being considerate of what your head fantasy is.
Okay. Yep.
It's 20
Yeah, it's a
bludgeoning
good die,
damage.
I die. No, I'm just kidding.
I take it like a champ.
Just like Mama used to say.
The creature is visible now, also, by the way.
Then gosh.
Is it scary?
Yeah, it's pretty scary. It's got 4 swords, and it is a completely silver automaton.
That do be scary.
Septimus, you are up. I like to, like, Sass is climbing up the wall and sees the two of you fly off the edge of it before she can see the enemy.
Can I see this thing?
Currently, it would have moved closer to the edge, so I would say yes. You and Sass can now see it.
How far would it be away from me?
50 feet.
Would I be able to move? It's construct.
Yes.
Quickly, because I know I'm asking so many questions for information. On brief glance, can I discern? Does it look like a Modron at all, or is it just it's a foreign construct that I wouldn't be able to understand what it is without an insight check?
You would need some kind of insight check.
Okay. Then in that case, can I move in a way where it's 30 feet from me?
You could start climbing the wall.
But then I wouldn't be able to cast anything, would I?
Yeah, your hands would be used to climb.
Wait a minute. Ooh.
What do you got?
I'm gonna cast command on it.
Cool.
That's a wisdom saving throw.
Remember, it has no resistances.
Well, it has no damage resistances for now. Wisdom save. Oh, it rolled well. That's a 30.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that. That's all I got.
Anything with your bonus action? Okay.
Where's Sal when you need him?
He's sitting in the gloveless cat with a drink he's not drinking.
This is what normal people do. I am normal.
All right, Jacquet, you're up.
All right, I end my turn.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Right? Because I'm
Yeah.
incapacitated.
Yes.
And it ends at the end of my turn?
At the end of his turn.
Gross.
Saskia's up then.
Okay, so Saskia's up. This thing, she can see it.
Yep.
So Saskia's gonna go. Oh, fuck this. And she's going to push off the wall using a bonus action on herself to cast Tasha's Otherworldly Guise.
Nice.
As she turns into this kind of infernal
Incarnation?
She utters an incantation.
Oh.
Into this, infernal transformation, giving herself the fly speed of 40 and +2 to her AC and a bunch of other fun stuff.
Excellent.
She is then going to Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
You.
So 3 of them all... Oops, I rolled the wrong things. 3 of them all at him. Oh, that's really good. She's got +12, so 14, 26, and 24.
The 26 and 24 hit.
All right, do you need these as separate numbers?
The damage?
Yes.
No.
All right. So 25 force damage. And for your reference, she has moved just like 40 feet, I guess like 30 feet back and 10 up, so she's like level kind of with this guy.
Perfect.
As she'll be something like, "Don't push my friends around. Get out of me swamp."
Get out of me swamp.
I felt like
Saskia, you're turning green.
Yeah, that's literally what happened when she uses her thing.
Yeah, she just turns into Shrek.
Yeah, you smell like onions.
Ogres have layers, Septimus.
All right. Fyrn, it's your turn, but you're incapacitated. It is the enemy's turn. They lose a stack of the Dagnir, so they are no longer fragile.
Yep, but they still slow.
They are still slowed. Let's roll to see if they get their unerring or their Edict of Blades back. They do not.
What is he gonna do? Jump off the cliff to hit us with Edict the Blades again?
Probably.
Or just run away.
All right, let's see. Yeah. It is going to jump off of the building. And it is...
Don't do it!
Aiming to land on you, Septimus.
Oh.
So give me that dexterity saving throw we talked about earlier.
It's a DC 15.
Wonderful. Oh, yay.
Ooh.
18.
You made it?
18.
Oh!
I don't know, you tell me.
No, you did. I just didn't expect an 18 from you.
That's rude.
All right. It is going to take 19 bludgeoning damage. It is resistant. And then it's going to attack you, Septimus. 4
The jump
times.
was an attack? Oh
No,
my God.
that was just it jumping off. It's going to attack you 4 times.
Can I ask it not to?
Nope.
It's gonna.
I can't even ask.
Nope.
That's a reaction.
Yeah, that's a reaction.
Sorry. Well, I guess,
You
you can ask it not to attack.
Thank you. Excuse me, sir, please.
Sir, please. And then it just, these 4 swords just go, and it just precision strikes faster than you can really perceive, and it just shing, 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 and you're gonna take 96 force damage.
Good. 96.
Because it auto hits all of its attacks and deals the same amount of damage for each of them.
Oh my God.
And that's the end of its turn. Septimus, you are up. Oh, by the way,
We're no longer-
Saskia's attack is did bloody it. But you guys are no longer incapacitated.
Cool.
Hooray.
Thank you.
Okay.
God.
All right, Septimus, you are up.
What a bastard.
Cast haste on me.
I don't have that.
Aw.
I've never had that.
I don't think haste is a cleric spell.
It's not. I don't think so.
It isn't? I
Alright.
feel like it's gotta be.
I'm like
Haste is a very,
85%
very
sure.
wizardly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast
Sorcerer, wizard, artificer, and then some domains. I think the blood domain gets it.
Not a real.
Not a real
domain.
domain though.
Getting
Sorry, man.
absolutely eviscerated.
Yeah,
And,
you literally like
going
it
in.
was like an old Japanese movie, a Kurosawa movie, where like there's the swords hit and then the blood splurts out.
I'm gonna cast a contagion. Just try to kill this fucking thing out
Mm-hmm.
of desperation.
Okay, what kind of save is that?
Con saving throw.
Natural 1. It fails.
Yes.
Whoa.
It is going to take 49 necrotic damage.
Nice. That's pretty big.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Septimus?
Oh, actually, damn, that would have been tight. But no. Well, no. Right?
What?
Yeah, I don't think so. I can't bonus action cast another spell.
No, not unless you had a cantrip that could do it.
No.
Okay. Jacquette, you are up.
All right, so Jacquette is going to half movement to stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Bonus action to hide.
Yeah. There's enough
Cool.
trash in this alleyway for you to hide behind.
But no bale of hay.
Do you want me to roll for it? Because I'm gonna be instantly
gonna-
unhidden anyways.
Yeah, you're fine. You're.
All right, cool. All right, then Jacquette is going to attack with Samari, and he is going to use the dazing strike module.
Mm-hmm.
You have flanking
So I got my
because
nice.
Septimus is there?
No.
27 to hit.
That will hit. You cannot parry
Cool.
that.
So I need a con saving throw DC.
Wow. Another nat 1 on the con. It definitely fails.
Okay. All right, so he's dazed.
Very nice.
And I'm not gonna forego any damage so that I get them to do poisoned.
Mhm.
So I can get the most on my thing. Now, this will be non-magical damage because I have not actually said that I use my oil of sharpness yet.
Sure.
And all the numbers disappeared. So this is going to be 13, 15, 38 piercing damage, and 1 lightning.
The piercing will be halved because he's resistant to non-magical piercing.
That makes sense.
Okay. So you see Septimus's wisps attacking via the contagion spell. You fire off this bolt of Samari. This thing is absolutely getting the shit kicked out of it, though. Like, it does look really rough after the attacks from Saskia, Fyrn's initial assault, and all of this. It is certainly, like, dented in, and there's celestial sort of sparks coming off of it. Sass is up, and then Fyrn.
All right, Sass is going to cast Hex on this guy.
Nice.
And if it matters, any ability checks made with Dex will be at disadvantage. Okay. And then she's going to make 3 attacks with Eldritch Blast. All right, so 28, 28, and 21.
Those all hit.
Cool. So each one will do an additional d6. Do you want that separate?
It's necrotic damage, right? No, it can be all together.
All right. So 42 force / necrotic.
Woo! It's looking very rough as it just takes this barrage of Eldritch Blasts. Which brings us
she's
to
just
any
gonna
movement?
reposition so she's outside of let's say she'll be like outside of 40 feet of it.
Okay.
I don't know, I'm just guessing on what the range of its fucking Zephyr Strike
thing is. Yeah. That's actually what you need, because for doesn't matter. Okay. Fyrn, you are up.
Okie dokie. I go to the guy and I do the bonk.
Okay. You have enough. Yeah, you have enough.
28 to hit, Sean.
That'll hit.
Cool. I'm gonna reroll damage on that one. 22 bludgeoning damage. 7 cold damage. He is fragile again.
How do you want to do this? And I'll say the entire time, like in action, like when all this is happening, the thing seems fixated entirely on Septimus. Like, as Saskia attacks it, as Jacques attacks it, now as Fyrn kills it, the entire time it's like crawling and moving towards Septimus to attempt to continue attacking him.
Fyrn just like gets up and he like lifts himself up with the Ithildagnir and looks at this creature, and just like talking to it but knowing it's not paying attention, he just goes, "You think you can kill me by throwing me off a building?" And then just immediately just like overhead slams as hard as he can, like jumping slam, and just crushes its whatever the head part of it right at the center, and just like crunching it like the middle part of it like a tin can.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you do so, it kind of like the frost also kind of gathers all up on it. And then as it dies, you can see the entire body disintegrates into these gold cinders and burns up into the air, and it's gone.
It just disappears.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. You bastard. Was it similar to how Modron have?
The gold cinders and sparks coming off of it would indicate that it is likely Modron in nature.
And just to be clear, this is not the same creature as we saw in like the mines or in the vignette at the beginning of our session.
No, it's not the same creature.
Okay.
That creature very distinctly had a big eyeball in the center of its chest. If this is Modron, it's the first one that you've seen that does not have the typical eyes of a Modron. It technically had lips, but they were not as luscious as a Modron's.
They weren't as much, of course. Huh. Well,
Great. Now we got another group of people ready to kill us at a moment's glance. Do we want to pick any more fights with any more ethereal powers?
No.
Okay, good. I was just checking. And then I help Septimus stand up.
That thing. It was a construct, but it didn't seem like a Modron entirely. Was it? Was it a machina? It looked nothing like Sal. Or the other machina we've seen.
yeah.
Whatever it was, it had some pretty impressive fighting style.
It seemed to be fixated on me.
Kind of towing the area where it was killed by Fyrn and disintegrated.
Jackway goes, well, it disappeared when it fell. Usually creatures like Fae, Fiends, Celestials will all leave this plane when killed to return their own, so... Definitely extra planar.
But going back to your question before, maybe it might be worth it seeing if I can hold some sway over these creatures as well.
You think they might also be touched by Machina?
The prompt of you think they may also be touched by Machina does remind you of the original mono drone that you met that was possessed by Lacuna.
Right.
In a similar domination style.
Uncertain of how interwoven he is with the hive mind that they claim to have. But it definitely can infiltrate individual drones. If it can do that, what's stopping another power from doing that? Perhaps one that we can figure out.
Well, okay, great. Guess that's just another mystery to add to the list.
And I think as you wander back to where your respective places of rest, perhaps maybe you decide to stay together, given the circumstances. I think that's where we'll end tonight. Pick up next week. All right, thank you for hanging out with us, friends.
You're
wherever
welcome.
you are in the world. Oh, thank you. We'll catch you all wherever you are in the world. Bye.